Hello everyone, Caldy Studios here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at some of my, rarer items. So, first off, this isn't really a rare item. This is a custom made by the great Daxinus Maximus. So he's on the workshop. I just remember in past years it was kind of harder to find one of these, but they seem to sprung up more, so I'm not really sure. Even the clickety clack, so I'm not even really sure if this is as rare as I think it is. But then again, some items are rare and they don't really cost they're not super expensive. Like I said in a different video, items tend to be less expensive now that there's more sellers and more items on the docket and stuff. So anyways, so 16 is did he get his stuff? Just gotta dust this up. Oh, by the way, when I first... Yep, still smells like candy. It's so weird. It's so odd. Okay, so he comes down here, and you see there's a male piece that isn't rare, blah, 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 that's fine. And we come to the three-way switch track, which is so hard to find on eBay. And I actually got this in a lot with a bunch of different pieces, including this clicky-clack flexi track. And I feel like, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure if, I think this is kind of rare, but I'm not totally sure, to be honest. So, as you can see out of the corner right there, yes, that is a golden bumpy track, and 16 it's the first one to roll on it. So now 16, after finishing his golden run, I feel like some engines would be better to roll on this, but I think 16's just kind of squeaky too. Ah, well. You would find 3 horrid lorries. I have a couple items I got before 2020. 2021 was just the year where I just got so much Thomas stuff, and that's fine. That's great. More of a spend on experience, and all my other things I'm just I get them every once in a while and stuff. But anyways, Lorry 2 seems like has gotten his package switched with Lorry 1, because I think this is actually, there you go, that's better. So Lorry 1 has the flatbed, as you can tell here, and yes, it just still flips, and it's great. Yeah, look at that. 2014, I got these 3 in a $47 lot, and yeah, like I said, great purchase, especially since Lorry 1 used to get up to $92, and now he's like $10. But the other two, Lorry 2, I don't have the oil cargo. It came with a take and play. That was the only caveat, but it was still great. And the most fascinating one of them all, Lorry 3. Yeah, you can only find them in a promotional box, and the one promotional box I've seen went for $300 and one time, and I was like, oh, holy crap. I think I was just so ecstatic that I found these 3 for $47, which is a little more expensive, but I mean, come on, it's $47 for something that is okay, $10, something that is, I would say, $100, and then something I would say is $200. Keep in mind, I'm not the best price guy, but so that is my lorries. When I talk to people, they're like, oh, wow, you actually got all 3 lorries. So yeah, it's probably the rarest item on my list. And now we come up to the Sordor Railway repair, and this is actually the Shining Time stations. So this Shining Time station, it's one of those items where I would say it's rare, but it's not really talked about that much. You know, the Shining Time station was, only available for like a couple years, and I think is a really cool item, especially since other items like from that era, the Golden Bumpty Track and then the Mountain. I don't really do the destinations, but I digress. Who knows? Maybe I don't think I have a rare destination, but that is, some items are rare, but people are like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I have Sordor Railway repair, and I got for him, I say he's rarer because I've never seen him in a 3-piece, all together. They're all sold separately, and it's like each one is higher prices. I got them for a decent price. I don't remember the price, but it definitely wasn't super ridiculous. Like, I think it was just like $30 or something. Some of them are like, oh yeah, buy my beat up sort of railway repair for $20, just the first half. Okay, and then he's pulling 3 Nafford Express coaches. Yes, and these go around for like $85, but don't be surprised if they have triple digits. Well, I got these 3 Nafford Express coaches because each for around like $40 to $49, around that range. Not a lot of like nicks or knacks on here. Yeah, 1997, 1998. So that's his load. And the next item, rare item on my list, is Ada, Jane, and Mabel. And also, this is a custom made by, Dax the Maximus. Yeah, it's actually kind of like an inside joke. This is Ghetto Thomas. Just day out with Thomas scrapped, This is, so yeah, there is a Thomas at the National Railroad Museum in Green Bay where he is really beat up and sad. And just, yeah, he runs on diesel oil. It's, yeah, it is sad. But it's it's much smaller. So you could tell it was from, I remember reading about it. National Railroad Museum was in Green Bay, was the first U.S. Thomas event to host Day Out with Thomas in 1996, I think. And yeah, like the engines were way smaller than they are today, and it's just really kind of odd. But so he also smells like candy. Oh yeah, could smell Coke on this. And then so now I got Ada, Jane, and Mabel. They are 3 narrow gauge coaches. There was supposed to be like a 4th one, the van that Beatrice, but it didn't really work with that 3-pack. These are pretty unique because I got, for a couple of reasons. For one thing, they got names on the back and not here, so that's pretty unique for all 3 of them. And I guess technically they'd be, bouncing on the track because they're not the same gauge as the past Nafford Express coaches, but oh well. So here's Ada, and yes, all of them, Jane here, are in really good condition. I got them in 2014. Maybe 2015. And I did not really get them at a really good price. I mean, I got all 3 of them at like there was $62 and there was a $76 one. I want a $62 one, and my mom didn't get it in time for me. I wasn't old enough to buy my own eBay products back then, and I was kind of mad. I was pretty mad, which was really dumb. It was only like a $14 price difference, so yeah. But yeah, so I got 3 of them for really. I think these were in better condition than the $62 ones. These were the $76 ones, and they just really look great and kind of give the narrow gauge engines do not really have as much rolling stock as a regular gauge, because I think it's because they just treat them like the same gauge, and so they're just kind of like, oh, here's a specific narrow gauge, regular standard gauge, and you could use them on the narrow gauge, and I'm like, no. So yeah, and they're a really cool item to have, and I still think I got them for a decent deal despite paying for so much money. $76, it's I just, so, because I think each one are pretty pricey. So I just realized, so yes, this is the incompleted James Goes Buzz Buzz set with the turntable switched out because Dax had to collect his turntable Maximus. So this is kind of like the overview. I actually got so Boko was bought separately. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I got, alongside the bumpy track, I got Mr. Conductor. Wow. And for a really good price. I got them in a 5-pound lot alongside the golden track piece, and it was like $60, but it was like, had Archstone Bridge, had another James Goes Buzz Buzz station that I thought I was getting the, Wells. I thought I was getting, the rare station that Mr. Burnett's house. I thought I was getting that. So we have Mr. Conductor. He's got his traditional, uniform on, and it looks great. It looks snazzy. And what year is this? Does this tell the year? Huh. I don't know if it really tells the year. That's really interesting. So, yeah. So, well, that's enough about him. Alright, so we're back. I got a hard at work Percy here. Different facial expressions are harder to find. I had gotten him alongside with this short sorter mail coach for car for around $21 plus tax. So, really good deal there, and I'm pleased to have gotten it. I also have kind of like a red brick house, kind of rare. Not too sure about their. I would say they're kind of rare. It is kind of harder. It's harder to find. So I got that for you guys. I also got this forklift. Came with the Caldy set. I think it's one of those things where it's like 3-pack rarity, where you're like, it's rare, but it's kind of whatever. But it's still a really cool item, and I think it should be alongside the other. I say it's kind of rare, so I don't really see it a lot on eBay. Even with the other 3-packs, kind of have all the pieces together, and I don't really see this anymore. So yeah. So that's Nafford Orchard. And by the way, I actually got another, some more apple orchard pieces all alongside a separate buy one time before 2020. I don't really remember exactly if I'm remembering it correctly, but anyway, so I have a hard at work Thomas out of Puff Thomas. He's actually only called Thomas despite having the face, which is pretty interesting. Old style, you don't really see like I said, the facial expressions as often as you used to. Anyways, so I have an orange Rickety, and this is the one I got off of eBay. Yeah, there's not a lot you can find with these. This is the rarest Rickety of them all. Only came in like a travel pack. Got the back, Rickety around. Has a nice orange white paint scheme. Good truck to have. All I need now is gold dust, and I would complete the 4 Rickety collection. And I did not really get this for a really good price. I got it for $45. So, yeah, I made a special case because usually I just wait around for a price to drop. The key thing is patience with these items. That's how I got the 3 Nafford Express coaches for around $40 instead of $80. Orange Rickety just does not appear on eBay listings that quite that often, and even though I think he's undervalued actually because how rare he is, but the buyer cheaper prices equals a better deal, so that's Rickety for you. Orange Rickety, toss aside. So this is the first Percy. Look at that, it's really beat up. First battery operated Percy, and I remember that the first battery operates were kind of hard to find, but they're becoming more common now. But I still consider them kind of rare items, and yeah, still runs. Yeah, another rarity. So it's really sad and pathetic. So that's why. What? It doesn't go back. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Now it needs a little kickstart to do it. I can see why the sending track for Clickety Clack Track is really terrible, in my opinion, because if I try to get the normal engines down, they get stuck, so I can't imagine the battery operated, and yeah, at least it stops right there for the turntable, so that's good. It doesn't run onto it everywhere. Yeah, much slower. So the Boko isn't really rare. It's just more kind of like, completes the, if I were to take all the other pieces away, here and, here, just here, here, I'd be left with a Boko, and he's on the James Goes Buzz Buzz set. All I need now is the James Goes Buzz Buzz engine, and we be all set. But I kind of like the incompleted version of it. And yeah, that there's 2 apple orchard trees, and I even made sure they were from 1999. I'm not trying to do the exact same year, so that's fine. And yeah, so the one last thing is, yeah, here's the James Goes Buzz Buzz piece, which is kind of beat up, but I have an extra one, and yeah, there's cracks here. You got the beehive right next to the building. Yeah, just how I imagine it to be, not away or anything, just right next to the building. So no wonder James got stung. I have not seen that episode in a while, so it took me ages, but I finally found a good transfer table. It was one of my first purchases, so yeah. So yeah, that's it for this week, people. Thank you so much for watching. Please sub and like. I see you guys later.